Hoima Caritas Development Organization, HOCADEO, is the official development arm of Hoima Catholic Diocese. Hoima Caritas Development Organization is located at Hoima Catholic Diocese Secretariat with branch offices in the districts of Kagadi, Masindi, and Kyangwali Hoima District. HOCADEO's main pillars as per the strategic plan are institutional capacity development, adequate financing and resource sustainability, and thirdly, responsive programs and services. This documentary brings about HOCADEO's intervention in partnership with Caritas Uganda and Caritas Norway in the Integrated Program for Good Governance and Sustainable Livelihoods, IPGSL.
The Integrated Program for Good Governance and Sustainable Livelihoods, we set out to reach 1,500 households. That's in 2013. We did household analysis, looking at the vulnerability level of the different households, and we came up with the 1,500 households. But over time, due to demand, we actually pushed slightly over to 1,543 participants that we currently have at the moment. The program is integrated in nature with three major components, and one is on good governance and advocacy, where we look at human rights, where we look at advocacy itself, and then the other one is on sustainable livelihoods, or livelihoods promotion, whereby we look at improved farming practices, for improved household production. We also look at increased household income, and then also look at village learning and savings to help boost the household income. We still go ahead and look at sustainable methods of agriculture to ensure that there is conservation of the natural resources like the soil and the food. And then the third component is on health, or HIV and AIDS, where we look at basically how do we mitigate and then prevent and to mitigate HIV prevention. Then definitely also incorporating issues to do with adherence for those who are already positive. So those are the three major components which are integrated together. And maybe what I could have said more to do with the second thematic area of livelihoods, we have a component of environmental conservation. So in environmental conservation, we basically look at methods of reducing fuel consumption at household level. Then also we look at how do we plant trees, how do we reforestate, how do we, for example, here in Hoima we have, actually in the project area we have three major natural forests which have gone down over time, and that is Budongo forest, and then there's also Bugoma forest. The level of destruction has been so high, so what do? We have come in with this component to ensure that at least we have trees which are planted to come in and reduce pressure on the natural forest cover.
IPGSL has supported communities in promotion of livelihoods, good governance and advocacy, and HIV prevention support with improved farm inputs to farmers like broilers, sweet potato vines, piglets, and home hygiene has been key to livelihood promotion, empowering communities in advocacy, and demand for better service delivery for improved civic competence, participation in elective politics for better governance, all aimed at extending Christ's love to mankind through programs that meet the people's real felt needs. Adrico is one of the 1,543 participants who shares a story with us.
I'm called Mr. Adrico E. Evaristo. This was the house, my former house, where I joined HOCADEO. So after joining HOCADEO, I started my small project, which they in fact initiated. They gave me 2 piglets, which I raised. They grew up, they multiplied, In fact, I got a lot of benefit out of the piglets they gave me, which helped me to pay my daughter's school fees at Hoima Nursing and Midwifery School. And she has just completed last year, and she has even graduated. And then the piglets, I also sold them. It managed to give birth 2 times. I sold the piglets and the mother. It helped me to make bricks, which I used for constructing now a permanent house. As I'm talking right now, I've left its residence. I've shifted to a new place, which I managed to raise the bricks for constructing that permanent house from the piglets and the mother of the pigs which HOCADEO gave me. This house you are seeing where I've sat under the shade of it is the outcome of what I benefited from HOCADEO. Although the whole construction, the money has not come from the pig project, but the initial capital was from from the pig project, which was provided by the HOCADEO. And indeed, I'm very, very thankful to HOCADEO for providing me that. Otherwise, without their effort providing me that project, I wouldn't have started this construction if I had not got the capital from the piglet project. I hope if the course I maintain it very well, it's going to provide me more income, which I may use it for completing this construction in the future.
Just like Adrico, Okello, a local religious leader, had this to share about IPGSL. My name is Zabloni Okello. I am thanking HOCADEO. The project they first gave us was piggery. This helped me to construct a semi-permanent house I shifted in from a grass-thatched one. I have purchased bricks to construct a permanent house. If you continue supporting us like this, we shall be better in future. Thank you for all the support. IPGSL introduced Village Lending and Saving Associations, which has helped participants to embark on family projects like better shelter, farming as a business, and access to better medical services. We have been saving in our group and borrowing at the same time. This has helped me to cultivate my gardens, harvested the crops, sold them off, and started building myself a permanent house. I bought some goats and roofing sheets that will fully cover my new building. Through saving and borrowing, I have paid school fees for my children. I am optimistic that I will complete my house by the end of this year. I am thanking HOCADEO that has helped to train us and helped me personally to achieve this milestone. From Asimwe Patrick, we traveled to Monteme Parish where we met Byakagaba Emmanuel. For him, improved livelihoods is beyond food security. It's about increased household income and better shelter. I am Byakagaba Emmanuel. HOCADEO has helped us so much. I started as a farmer and was taught good farming practices. We formed up a group in conjunction with HOCADEO. We started cultivating food crops for home consumption till we reached a level of selling them off. We have made enough money to run our families smoothly. All my children are in school and I have built a house from the foundation I was given by HOCADEO. I have even bought a cow and I am even harvesting coffee. I am thanking HOCADEO because it has put me to another level. Our group, in conjunction with HOCADEO, has been given a maize milling plant, and for this reason, we are harvesting maize and adding value to it by milling and packaging. One of the major enterprises promoted in the 5-year project intervention was piggery, looking at the quick returns on investment in the enterprise.
My name is Bakaikia Monica and I am a widow. I was so happy for HOCADEO. They brought me orange sweet potato beans. There is no more hunger in my home. I also got coffee, a male and female pig. For the pigs, I kept them in good condition, and they produced a good number of piglets, which I sold off and got money to educate my child, who was in senior 2 and went to senior 3. The pigs again produced, and I got another good number of piglets, which I sold off and I educated my child still up to senior 4. I'm now a businesswoman selling millet and groundnuts from the money that I got from my pigs. I'm thankful to HOCADEO for saving me from poverty since I was badly off and my child was suffering since I couldn't afford her school fees. And may God bless you abundantly.
Promotion of improved farming practices has not been limited to organic fertilizer production trainings. Farmers have been introduced to the concept of vermiculture.
This is a vermiculture box. A vermiculture is just a process where a liquid fertilizer is produced using those worms. And these worms, you just keep on feeding them using the leftover of the what? Food. Any leftover of food, don't throw it away. You just bring and place it in the box where these worms will feed on, and you sprinkle water on it twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. The liquid is collected. You can keep it. After keeping during the season of your growing of the crops, you just go and spray on your crops to increase the yield. Right now it has helped me to improve the crop yields, and in future, if I continue producing, I will also begin to sell. A liter is at 3,000 shillings. I've applied the fertilizer on tomatoes, although it is a dry spell. It is doing very well.
Women form the majority of IPGSL participants, and Joan Birungi is one of the model farmers of the program.
My name is Birungi Joan. I am a member of HOCADEO, and our group is called Mukama Murungi, found in Kaboya sub-county. As in HOCADEO, we have benefited a lot since they gave us knowledge about farming, and we are capable of providing basic needs for our children. They emphasized proper sanitation in our homes and taught us how to make utensil racks where we place our utensils to dry after being washed. They taught us how to set up beds in our compounds and planting their vegetables like greens. They gave us bananas to plant, coffee, trees, rice and cows which help us in digging. HOCADEO helped us to construct our main road, which was in cooperation with the district council. From the time HOCADEO helped us, life has not been the same.
Some of the enterprises given to farmers like bananas, locally known as matoke, have helped participants like Tinker Julius to generate household income. I started by selling banana suckers in the villages, and also my neighbors got a chance to buy some from me. My fellow group mates also got banana suckers from me. HOCADEO has also helped me as well by sending me banana sucker customers, which has also enabled my banana enterprise to flourish and expand. I've managed to plant 550 banana suckers. HOCADEO has promoted coffee production in conjunction with Uganda Coffee Development Authority, UCDA. Promotion of community tree and coffee nursery beds by IPGSL has resulted into the certification of half of the community tree nursery beds by UCDA.
This coffee you are seeing here is 3 years old. The seedlings were given by HOCADEO, that is Caritas, Hoima Caritas. I planted it in the month of around August, but due to dry spell, some of the seedlings withered up. But I also thank the HOCADEO for bringing more seedlings for replacing the what? Some of those ones which had dried up. They didn't only give me the what? The coffee seedlings. This banana which you have seen I've intercropped it with, The suckers were also brought by HOCADEO, these bananas you are seeing here in the coffee plantation. And the reason why I intercropped it, it was simply because of what? To provide shade for the coffee.
I am Irumba Dan, the chairperson of Tukole Farmers Association Group. We are thanking HOCADEO for all the knowledge and the skills it has equipped us with. HOCADEO taught us about environmental conservation through tree planting and even gave us seedlings. We have 700 Myzopsis emini seedlings we have already extracted from the nursery bed, and also have a newly introduced tree to us called Melia and Eucalyptus grandis. HOCADEO had some time back also given us coffee seedlings and Eucalyptus grandis, which we planted and sold out. HOCADEO has not left us the same. It has equipped us with an income-generating project as we also conserve the environment. I am thanking HOCADEO for the good they have done for us. HOCADEO has improved environmental conservation through training communities through construction of energy-conserving cookstoves.
I'm one among the members who benefited from HOCADEO. HOCADEO really helped us and taught us a lot of activities. Me as a member, they constructed for me energy-conserving cookstoves. On these cookstoves, I can cook 2 types of food at the same time. They also helped me conserve the environment since I don't have to cut trees every time. I'm thankful to HOCADEO for the good things it has done for us, and I'm also asking that they don't forget us. Let them bring us more programs so that we may keep moving forward.
The IPGSL project has focused on food security and increased farm production through increase of land and agricultural production.
My name is Kaikara Jace. I'm thankful to HOCADEO that brought us orange sweet potato veins. The sweet potatoes have good vitamin A that enables my children and I to look healthy. No more hunger in my home. I used to suffer and lack what to feed my children, and sometimes they would depend on 1 meal a day. But as now, HOCADEO really helped me, and I now feed my children 3 rice a day. I'm so thankful to HOCADEO.
I'm called Asiko Michael, yes, group chairperson, Ochemachen Saving Group. For the first time, I want to thank HOCADEO to bring us this program, because for the first time, we used to dig with our small hoe, and the process was very weak. And in that, we used to get small achievements. When HOCADEO came in, they brought us this auction, and we used to plow like 1 acre. By now, we have extended to 4 to 5 acres a year. And with this, we get now an income, and we also have our store, which is in which we keep our produce. We thank Caritas Norway, Caritas Uganda, Caritas Hoima for the good program they have brought within us. Thank you very much.
I am Reverend Father John Bosco Ruvoija Avoli, Catholic priest of Hoima Catholic Diocese, and the parish priest of Uganda Matters Catholic Parish in the Hoima Catholic Diocese. I'd like to appreciate the different activities that have been carried out by Caritas in this community that I serve. The different activities like maize growing that has helped to improve the livelihoods of the people. Another activity is poultry keeping that has helped to improve the livelihoods of the people and in the area of the deity. I also appreciate the activity of tree planting and tree growing that has helped to support the community or the people that I serve. I'd like to request Caritas, Hoima Catholic Diocese, to continue supporting our community so that we can have good livelihoods. Thank you very much.
Mbazi Tom has improved his civic competence, having attained trainings in human rights, democracy, and elective politics. Equally, other participants, civically empowered, have advocated for better service delivery from government, and as a result, one of the major business roads is under rehabilitation.
Amabara, Mbazi Tom.
I am Mbazi Tom, a member of Kabira Mukama Murungi Group. I am one of the IPGSL beneficiaries, most especially from the trainings by HOCADEO. We received a lot of training, but I personally focused on human rights, hence acquiring more knowledge as per this field is concerned. This prompted me to stand for the village local council chairmanship, and I was elected as the party flag bearer unopposed. I applied the knowledge I received from HOCADEO about human rights in a scenario whereby my neighbor was arrested and falsely accused of theft. I came to know about his arrest after he was already transferred from Kaboya police station to Hoima police station. I decided to follow up his case and found that his file had already been produced to the state attorney. I went ahead to apply for a police bond, which led to his release, and we managed to settle the case afterwards. I'm so thankful for HOCADEO's trainings and support. I am Asaba Irumba Alikanjeri from Kabango. Truth is, we had no idea on how someone can handle a court case against him. But HOCADEO hosted us at High Life Hotel in Hoima Town and taught us on advocacy, human rights, the law, and all the offices we can access as per human rights is concerned. The skills we acquired from these trainings helped us one day when someone had encroached on our land. We were able to teach him about the law, which made him understand and hence securing the piece of land. We never knew how to lobby for government service delivery. Our main business road was in a very sorry state, but through the trainings we received from HOCADEO, we managed to lobby and gather signatures from people in all the concerned villages, drafted the complaint and sent it to the district headquarters. The district officials responded affirmatively and with fear, because we had threatened to demonstrate if our demands were not going to be fulfilled. We at one time denied audience to a district councillor on a village funeral service, as our demands had not yet been fulfilled. We kept in the struggle till we met success, and as I speak, our road is now in good shape. We still have a lot more to lobby for, like wells, and we have all the skills to make this come true as well.
I'm called Adrico Julius from Nini village. It so happened that HOCADEO actually brought us these elective policies. We have been sensitized how to protect the environment and how we can actually participate in the politics. So we have been fully sensitized as far as that one is concerned. And currently I've even contested for chairperson LOC1 of the same village. Some good things that we have done in this thing has been, we have even sensitized people on the same how to elect good leaders in the area. So that one we have done it from village to village about good governance among the community members. So as a result of that, people have actually participated in the leadership positions. I can remember in the 5, 4, 8, around 11 villages where we have been moving, people have actually all registered as members who would like to contest for leadership positions. So I'm thanking HOCADEO for what it has actually brought for us.
Hoima, and to be in particular the Albertine Graben, has been discovered to have about 6 billion barrels of crude oil, with recoverables of about 4 billion barrels. The government in 2010 embarked on exploiting oil in the region. This project so far has had positive and negative impacts. Compulsory land acquisition provided for by the Constitution of Uganda, Article 26, Section B, calls for timely, adequate and fair compensation of land being acquired for any government project.
We've trained people about the Constitution, the rights that they have, they hold, the Constitution and the given rights, and then also, for example, the land rights, the property rights that they have amid this oil and gas industry that is coming to this region. During the time, we've managed to come up with interventions. Where we had a meeting with Interreligious Council together with other civil society organizations. We intervened as an entity and ensured that at least we engaged government on issues of proper, timely and adequate compensation, which was lacking in the oil and gas project. Now we have 95.5%, according to government, of the oil refinery affected persons already compensated. Now, this has been our efforts. This has been our efforts as civil society to ensure that everyone is included and compensated adequately. Though there's been some few challenges, some people haven't been compensated as of now because they know their rights and their property was being undervalued, and others, the rates that were being given were not really fair. So as of now, we have a few who are not being compensated.
Wandera John Bosco is one of the oil refinery project affected persons. We have issues concerning oil, and HOCADEO is advocating for us as we also give a hand because of the trainings we received. I am one of the oil refinery project affected persons. HOCADEO taught us how to use compensation money without putting our families in jeopardy, brought us government officials to teach us on how we were going to be compensated. Government has not been fair in the process of compensation, but luckily enough, we had been trained by HOCADEO about human rights, hence we had the courage to fight for ourselves in this struggle. Government delayed in the payment of compensation money. Our property was valued in 2012 and payment was started at the end of 2015. But because of the trainings we received from HOCADEO, we managed to keep government on pressure till payment commenced. There were problems in the payment process as some people's property was valued without their consent, undervaluing of property, and many more anomalies. Through HOCADEO's advocacy, many of these grievances were solved, even though some are yet to be settled. I am one of those whose issues were not properly solved. This prompted me to lead others like me to file a court case against government. It's on this ground that I am thanking HOCADEO for giving us support every time we had to appear in court. The court case still stands to date, and the judges seem partial at some point. But we have hope that God is on our side, and with the help of HOCADEO, all these issues are going to be settled. Different stakeholders have participated in the program to ensure sustainability of the intervention.
I'm Father Raphael Kajura, the parish priest of St. Peter and Paul, Hoima Catholic Parish, found in Hoima Catholic Diocese. And I, as the parish priest in this newly opened parish 1 year so far, we wish to thank the HOCADEO company for supporting us with broilers as a newly opened parish 1 year back, and the cassava veins that we received as a parish community, and also at the same time for the Christians around that make up this Catholic parish community. Indeed, We are grateful, and a number of the Christians and we, as priests here at the center, we have indeed benefited because we are able to get eggs from the broilers to sell, to eat at the same time. And also our Christians are able to increase on their income generating projects via the cassava veins, improved cassava veins for their consumption and also for commercial purpose. The maize seeds that we received has also enabled us to increase on our income in our parish and also in our Christians. And our prayer is that as a younger parish that has just begun, we have a number of challenges among Christians whereby we request for church tithe and other monies to develop the parish. We believe that if HOCADEO continues to support us, then we shall be able to get enough money to develop our parish and also be able, our parents and our Christians, to educate their children in higher institutions of learning.
My name is Edio Tusande, and I'm the Vice Chairman LOC3 Budongo Sub-County, and at the same time the Area Councillor Nyantonzi Parish. HOCADEO came here 5 years ago, but to date the contributions they have made has been massive. For example, they have been assisting or aiding our people to do nursery bedding development, which has gone a long way in ensuring that they earn livelihood and at the same time contributed to environmental conservation. Not only that, HOCADEO has been training and assisting our people in VSL, that is Village Savings and Credit Association, and to date very many people in our communities, especially in Nyantonzi and Kasenene, have been able to improve their livelihoods through savings. They are able to pay school fees for their children. They are also able to do agricultural business through the savings where they were trained by HOCADEO. Also, being a sugarcane growing area, our area is hugely urbanized, and therefore they have exposure to risks of acquiring HIV and related issues pertaining HIV. HOCADEO also assisted us in ensuring people are encouraged and trained to go for testing and also to access services related to HIV/AIDS. Nyantonzi community and the Kasenene community were given maize meal, which I commissioned some few weeks ago, and I am sure and I'm optimistic it is going to go a longer way in improving the people's livelihood. Still on livelihood and productivity, they were able to train our farmers in post-harvest management, whereby skills of keeping the crops after harvest were imparted into our communities, and this has gone a long way in ensuring that our farmers get the right market and at the right time. I want to take this opportunity still to thank so much HOCADEO, and as a sub-county recently, we recognized them by issuing them a certificate of recognition as one of our key development partners. Many times we have been getting NGOs come into our area, but some of them have not had tangible effects on the ground, just like the way HOCADEO has done. It is against this background that I want to say I will pledge the full support of the sub-county in case any project implemented under HOCADEO appear, because it is during their time and it is during their projects that we have really seen real work being done on the ground. Otherwise, in some cases, you find an NGO comes and most of the activities are just paperwork. But for HOCADEO, this one has been real work on the ground, which has been seen. I will also now request that if such a project can still continue, we pledge the sub-county's full support, and also request that the partner organization which has been funding this project continues to assist our people.
Florence Namataka, the current CDO of Kaweya sub-county, and yeah, we have been working with HOCADEO. They have been implementing different projects and different programs. It's unfortunate to know that this specific one is ending because our people have benefited a lot. Economically, yeah, they have been empowered. I could say also democratically they have been empowered. They're at least able to talk for themselves. That has been through this program. They have given them different initiatives. These people have been supporting groups with different various items. For example, we have 2 maize milling machines that are working and people are generating income out of that. They've given people seedlings, we have birds for rearing. All those are economically good projects. I would like to appreciate the organization for the activities they have implemented and still request that they continue with the other programs, that we still partner for the good of our people, for the good of the community, because like we are partners in the program. And I would like to wish them success in whatever they are trying to focus on in the future.
I am Father Joseph Birungi, and I am the Executive Director of Hoima Caritas Development Organization, HOCADEO, in Hoima Diocese. I'm happy today to be in a position to give a word of appreciation as we come towards the end of our project, IPGSL, Integrated Program for Good Governance and Sustainable Livelihood. This is a project that has been sponsored by Caritas Norway through Caritas Uganda for the last 5 years. And we have had an opportunity to work with different communities, different stakeholders in our areas of operation. And we feel very grateful for the collaboration and the cooperation that we have enjoyed in the different areas of operation. When we look back in the last 5 years, we believe very much that the people we have been working with have not remained the same. There have been a lot of achievements, much as we have been also going through some challenges. But in this documentary, I believe you have been able to identify some areas of achievement which have been brought out very clearly through our participants' testimonies. And on this note, therefore, I would also like to thank other stakeholders like the members of the board of HOCADEO for their constant guidance. We have been sharing a lot of information to do with this project with our board members, and where need be, they have been guiding us a lot, and so we have to appreciate their input. More so, I would like to thank our team that have been behind the implementation of this project from Caritas Hoima. They have done everything possible to ensure that we have implemented all the activities as we planned this project 5 years ago. I will not also forget to appreciate the goodwill and the hard working communities that we have been interacting with in the operation areas. They have been very compliant, they have been very responsive, very eager to learn, and it is because of all this that they have achieved a lot. As the project comes to an end, I would like to urge the participants of this project that much as we are looking at the exit of this project, we want to see sustainability of what we started. It will be very important for us tomorrow when we go back to trace where we have been working, the different communities, we shall be happy to see that what we started is still continuing. And so let this not be the end of what we started. We look at our participants as people who have now graduated in development work, and we are very confident that what we have shared with you, what we have taught you, you are now able to go on your own. I would like to wish you all success in what we'll be doing, and I would like to assure you that where need be, we are always available for further on-spot advice. And I would like to wish you God's blessings in all the undertakings that you will be having, and let us continue working together to change the standards of our living.